Ladies and gentlemen, the booking of season 2 has begun, and in the last episode, look, we were trying to get our new season aligned. A lot happened, a lot of new faces, a lot of new bodies flowing through, tons of chaos, and I've got my chaotic partners here with me. Canada, hello.
Yes, sir.
Cheek, hello.
It's a beautiful day in the CodyVerse, except for outside in the CodyVerse where it's like 95 degrees.
Ew, I know.
Yeah, it's steamy today. Today's going to be a little yard work day for me, so
It's like
we're gonna,
27 out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
we're going to burn up. But Canada, in his 27 degrees, is going to burn up with this show here.
27 degrees is very hot, let me tell you that. It is probably about 90 degrees, just like he said. So, we got a toasty Dr. Punch and Stone level 2 rivalry. Oh, and by the way, this is a go home episode.
It is.
Hell yeah, dudes.
Also, since we're at the top, I'm going to say this now while we've got everybody here. We've got go home episodes happening in our universe mode. Make sure you're watching that. Backlash coming soon. Series is a ton of fun. It takes a lot of time, but that's been super fun, and we got too many people missing out on it. So get over there and watch it universe mode. Get dialed in to that brand of chaos. You gotta watch us in the ring.
And Dr. Punchstone agrees. He says, I'm going to beat you the hell up if you don't go watch that right now. So I'm going to take Extreme Rules match for Dr. Punchstone. Just makes more sense. Maybe I should have went with ambulances, but we're not running ambulance. I don't even think I have it unlocked yet. So that just makes the wee woos. Okay, we got Hell Spa. Get the tables. If I had more money, I think I'd go all in on these. I think I'm going to grab Get the Tables, actually. That's the only one we're going to grab.
Give you something to grab.
Not
I'll
much to
give you
grab.
Big grab.
Okay, we got This Is War. We got a Castle Raid. I'm trying to figure out when I want to pop 3 because I got to pop 3 at a time. Let me go. Do I have to do that one more time or 2 more times? I can't really remember. One more time.
Oh,
Okay, so next time I pop 1, I got to pop 3. All right. I think we're doing pretty good on everything else except for 10 shows with a self promo. It comes with a random power card, so it's almost worth trying to get done. But we're gonna go book a show here. Last episode, Kevin Owens won his world heavyweight title back and got into a feud with Demon Finn Balor, who's kind of way down here in the 60s. AJ Styles went way back up in popularity. He's gonna get back in that title picture, and of course, Randy Orton's always there too. I'm just trying to remember. We haven't recorded in a minute, so I'm just taking a look here at our roster. We got a lot. I think Becky Lynch got her. Yeah, that's how the episode ended. We got our free.
Yeah. Little
Yes.
train or whatever.
Okay, it's all coming back to me.
So coming back to me.
Let's just try to book a show, I guess. We are gonna start with some stamina, and we're looking at stamina, popularity, and ring experience. I think Sean Spears versus Obafemi. Ooh, Sean Spears. You know what? We said it before. We're going to kind of take those risks.
Does he take the risk? Could get a biscuit for it.
Let's go.
We're taking the risk in another submission match to try to get this one up to level 4 for the go home episode. And by the way, we're in Vancouver, Canada. I just realized. Let's go. So that means Sean Spears is losing because no Canadian wins in Canada. So Sean Spears.
Damn.
I recently learned Sean Spears is also Canadian. So I'm like, hey, sick, dude. I don't know if this is gonna. This might be the opener actually, because I think we got to throw a title on the line somewhere. How's Demon Finn Balor doing? He's got 50, but we need that feud to go up, up, up. That might actually. That's probably. Yeah, we're getting them in a match today. It's gonna be a non-title match. Kevin Owens versus Demon Finn Balor in a Extreme Rules match. All right, we're getting our stippies up, baby. That's the theme of season 2 is getting the stippies.
Stippies?
Damn it, that's crazy.
What's crazy?
I also
This
heard
channel-
I heard him say Stippy, and I also wanted to go Stippy.
Stiffy. Okay. We got our tag champions. These matches haven't been doing so hot because, again, the level 9 and the level 5, but Kalani Jordan's about to go to level 10. That's going to help the ring speed. And we need to try to get Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross because they aren't apparently with the mask. When she puts that mask on, it's they're not friends apparently, and they don't have good chemistry. So this one is going to be a tornado tag. I'm already running out of cash. I got to be real careful.
Yeah, you don't get that 100K from me until after the pay-per-view.
Hey, that's true. They're kind of hurting, so they're gonna call each other out. We're gonna do a KFC double down.
Ooh, I think it's the first one.
Possibly.
Of season 2.
I was gonna say possibly the first one of season 2. Dr. Punchstone with 2 ring XP or 2 promo skill rather. It's not bad. Think I might have to
poop.
Guys, I gotta be right back. I just paused the recording for 10 minutes. And, Drew McIntyre's gonna call out Brooks Jensen. Okay. Boom. Boom.
McIntyre.
The problem with my roster is it's kind of thin. Actually, I'm gonna take out because this actually didn't. I realized
Expensive
that
signing could fix that.
Oh yeah, dude. We gotta get a rivalry popped. Wait, wrong girl. There we go. We gotta get a rivalry popped here, for sure. Okay, and then I think. Oh boy, this roster's thin.
My patience is thin.
I know, dude. I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, I guess I just technically have to do this, and then I have to figure out what the hell what order I'm gonna place these in. I think I'm gonna keep these. Oh man, stipulation level 2 versus 2 ring popularity right there. Although Sean Spears got sent to the moon.
Ooh, yeah, true.
That's a tough curve right here. Because they both got level 2, but the ring experience makes me want to go AJ Styles and Randy Orton taking this one off. And then Randy Orton has about 9 more popularity than Obafemi. I think I'm going to start this one off with AJ Styles and Randy Orton. And we're getting a little ballsy.
Yes, get ballsy.
No, not yet.
No balls.
No balls. I have no balls.
Nope. Yep, clip that sound.
No cojones. I saw his picture of the guy, the no marbles. That's what I was trying to think. The guy from Major League.
No marbles.
Marbles! You have no marbles!
I think I'm gonna take this and put it into a tables match instead. Save some dollars. Submission match kind of hurts too, but other than that, I need this one to get to level 4. Good. Go home rivalry. So, I think. Let me take one last look. Oh, I know a guy. Who's the most popular? That'd be these two. Ah, man.
Have the
Kindle the flame
duel.
for a night.
Yes. We will get I know a guy. We'll add these 2 in here.
Let's go.
We're gonna switch this back up top.
Let's go. Throwaway
And-
match.
Oh,
Buddy.
The script.
We can flip the script.
script.
Wait, do I have a... Yeah, I have Punching Stone, don't I? He's chilling. Sami Zayn might have to run in again. Damn it. Yes. Our boy. Flip the script is coming in. And I'm just going to take a look. It's 1,000.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Egglesby.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's Mr. Higglesby.
That's Mr. Egglesby. Wait, where's our boy? Oh, he's cutting a promo, isn't he? Yeah, he's calling out Sami Zayn. All right, fine. Just one-on-one. Look at these two.
Let's go.
Absolute beauts. Absolutely. This is going to tank my show, but
No, it ain't. Flip the script's like, all right, we're gonna have you. You'll be Higglesby. He's like, that's Mr. Higglesby.
Mr. Higglesby to you.
Here, we'll do this at least. We'll throw it in a false count anywhere, I guess.
I remember doing. This was an old stream GM mode on Twitch. We had Mr. Higglesby team up with Alsty Twaz, and we had him be the janitor and the jailbird, and it was our version of J&J Security.
That's so funny. Oh man, shout outs. Okay, we have one normal match this card. At least we got something. I'm gonna lock this bad boy in.
Get locked.
Yeah, we only titles on the line are gonna be the tag titles. That's right. Good.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Hold on, I'm grabbing the damn controller. Yeah.
Got
That was
a
that
new
controller.
blood email in there.
New blood. Oh, let's see.
New blood.
Oh, yeah. He's, for those who don't know, this man right here emailing me in disgust is pissed because I stole one of his superstars. And that superstar is the lovely Trish Stratus. This is her first week on the best brand of the CodyVerse.
Right.
And then thanks for the title rematch. Good to have the title back in my hands. All right. So if we rest the female tag champs, we get a contract negotiate. Dude, we need that so bad.
That's
That
true,
is
'cause
a
if you also missed last episode, Cheek's roster got thick in a hurry. The opposite of Canada's thin.
yes,
Yeah.
quite so. So we have 4 weeks left on Batista, 4 weeks left on Rey Mysterio, and we have who else is in here? No, maybe that's it. Wait, I thought we
there
had
was
somebody
one
else
more.
on here. Oh, there we go.
There
Honky
it is.
Tonk
Yeah,
Man.
I was like, it was
So-
definitely 3.
So we got two 4 weeks and a 5 week right here. Trish Stratus, immediately my most popular superstar. So this card right here is a blessing. We needed that so bad. So we're definitely gonna rest the female tag champs. Honky Tonk Man, and we need a rematch with Sandman. But we're gonna go take a look right here. Nothing really there. I don't think I want to use any card yet. So, okay. We only have 120,000, so we're just going to start booking. Oh man, Trish Stratus on the brand. Let's go. 61. Let's see. Let's get this rematch. Does it have to be this week?
But you already did that.
Oh, yeah, it's completed. All right, cool. See what we can do. We'll have a lot of stems. Where's my boy Gunther? Yeah, we can have them fight this week. Wonder if I should keep building the Uncle Howdy Bray Wyatt feud while simultaneously build their feud against the Usos.
You definitely could. I mean,
That's-
that's a little feud depth.
It is feud depth. But I think I want to try to bolster the rivalry, get it up another level at least. I want to kind of lock it in. And then the Hitman and Triton can keep pursuing their rivalry. And then we're going to get because I'm a honky tonk man. We're gonna have Ilya and Javon Evans get their thing going, and then we gotta get Tristers in a match. 40, 57. see if she can get mixed up with Fallon Henley just to get her feet wet on the brand. All right, so I think that's what we got there. We're gonna call out. Where is he? Ronnie Breaker. I think we're gonna call out. Honky Tonk's gonna call out Sandman. We need. We're gonna do tag team call out. We're gonna have. Oh no, Fallon Henley's in a match. Oh, my brand.
You can still have the other two do it if you
Yeah.
push that. Oh, true.
Yeah, I gotta rest. I gotta give him a little break, Ski. So we'll just have Braun call him out. We'll do the double call out. Try to boost this. And then let's have Faarooq do some training. We'll sneak it in. All right. Now let's get this curve. So I think this is without a doubt the main. And I think this is a level 2 feud, so we're gonna get this leading off, I think. I think that's the way to go. We have the titles on. Let's throw tables match right there. Bada bing, bada boom. I think we have a card to get us. And we do have 100 grand. If I wanted to get backstage crew, gets us last man standing, falls count anywhere. I think we're gonna get Froggy and we're gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
Boom. All right, gets us working on the next tier. So all right, that's a pretty solid card. That's how you book, baby.
Right, we head over to WCW. Charlie Dempsey, happy about getting his rematch. He's not been able to beat Faarooq yet, but he's trying to earn his respect, maybe catch him off guard for a future upset. And Tamina thought she'd left Vancouver for good, but damn it, she's back home. So we got to make sure we put her on the card.
Wait.
Wow,
Wait.
Dude, you're such a. That's why I'm saying he's from Maine, dude. Fake
I'm
native.
from Maine. She's from Vancouver, Washington, not Canada.
Oh.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. That means the devs were just like Vancouver, whatever, dude. It's
Vancouver. She's just confused. She doesn't know she's in Canada.
hilarious.
That's crazy. That's
Dude,
kind
I'm
of
from Canada.
That's kind of BS for us though, because now if Cody puts her in the show, he gets extra points.
Well, she doesn't know where
she's
she
gonna
is.
be in
She's
the
just like
yeah.
she just saw the welcome sign when
She's
she came
like,
in.
feels good to be home.
He gets extra show quality because the devs are like, yeah, Vancouver, it's all the same.
That's funny.
So funny.
All right,
I was like, there's no way.
My challenges here.
I know all Canadian wrestlers.
So
Name them.
Oh, no.
I have a couple jobbers I want to get my hands on, but I'm only doing it if I know I can sign both and get my grubby fingers all over all of them.
Oh.
But I gotta see if I get the combo.
Oh, come on, dude.
Do I get?
I'm leaving this Discord call if you get him. I know you're looking for you son of a bitch.
No, you don't. It's not who you think.
Okay.
Do I get the combo? The combo can happen because I've seen it happen in a search, but we did not get the combo. So
Okay, well, you never know. Sometimes you find Argus. Sometimes he doesn't ever pop up, even if you have
Argus.
that combo in.
But $5,000 to try to get. I have a combo that I would be very excited to book if I can make it happen.
That's so funny.
So over the coming weeks, we'll be checking because I'm not going to be able to make a massive signing right now because of the Wheel of Draft Destiny, I do owe Canada $100,000 at the end of the first pay-per-view. So we're making sure to do that. So there might be a big signing later on in season 2, but at the top, we got to be careful. So Tamina, Once
Hey,
making
just
an
saying,
appearance, sorry, go ahead.
at the time of recording, there's a couple days until the new DLC drops. So the next time we record,
True.
there's going to be new DLC characters.
True, yes. If you're watching this episode is definitely going to come out probably the way things are paced right now, like probably the 4 or 5 days after the DLC drops. But yeah, we're recording this before, so if you're wondering, that's why there will be likely attempts for the DLC. I also will be curious to see where the NBA players get assigned as default, because again, since we're in the middle of a save, whatever the default assignment is for the superstars is what you get with DLC. So I presume Abyss will be contract. I presume Great Khali will be contract, where you have to search for them. You can't draft them. I would assume the NBA players will be the same, but we won't actually know until they get in.
Man, like Butthawks, Darius Butler, and what the hell is his AJ Hawk were level zeros last year.
Yeah, so we'll potentially be seeing them pop in the next episode.
Yeah. I mean, the next episode's a pay-per-view, so it's going to be hard to get somebody.
Might see
signed
them
and
pop in
in
2
there.
episodes. All right, so we're
Might have
getting
to look.
Tamina in the match. I don't know if it's actually going to main, but I feel like it's probably more beneficial to have her in the ring in front of the home crowd than just do a promo, and they've got the stamina, so we're going to rock with that. My challenge is an Extreme Rules match, limited stocks, and OK card. What cards do we even have this week? I didn't look. A little bit of TLC. Do I have a match boost? I do not. So I think I'm going to grab this. And, well, I guess I have the Gauntlet Master. 2 of those. So maybe I won't grab that. We do a Gauntlet at the first pay-per-view with the boost. So we'll see where our money is. We might get that. Same thing with Get Schooled. I wouldn't mind Tussle XP. I also have the same 3 power card challenge as Canada, but we don't have a ton of stuff I'm looking to use right now, but kind of want to keep the same thing in mind as if I use one card, try to use a little series of cards to take advantage. Logistics, nothing doing there. So let's start to funnel here. So the Guns versus New Day didn't do as well as I thought it would, but again, we do not actually have the chemistry between Kingston Woods because of the different eras here, so it's going to take us a little bit. So I think getting these teams in the ring would still be beneficial to just kind of force the chemistry for Woods and Kingston. So we'll get that on the card. And then let's sort this on the stamina. I'm thinking kind of just run back Charlie Dempsey and Faarooq. Faarooq gets us 1,000 fans every time he's on a show. I've also got to be thinking about what I want to take to the pay-per-view and what I want to have on the go-home as well. So I think getting these level 2s on just gives me a couple options for where I can maneuver between the go-home and the PLE. So let's go ahead and get Charlie Dempsey and Faarooq out there, non-title. We might make that the Extreme Rules match. We might do the tag as the Extreme Rules. We'll kind of see. For the women's tag, they're sitting level 1, so I'm thinking I'm going to prioritize my level 2 feuds this week just to give me more options for things to blow off at the pay-per-view. So Tatum Paxley and Julia, and then we go with the tag match here of the NWO versus Fraxium. Kevin Nash is at 40, so I think we're actually going to not go with that. So we will do... Let's do... We'll do the women's tag. So promo side, again, we've got self-promo and training promos, 10 shows with each of those respectively. So let's have Axiom do some training. We're gonna do tag team call out of NWO calling out Fraxium. So Nash isn't 40, but he's got the perk here of getting 8 stamina back instead of 6 for a promo. So he'll be fine. If we want to book this match next week, or if we want to take it to the pay-per-view, we can do another promo. Then self promo. Let's do the self promo for Nathan Frazier. And then I don't think I have any other promo based ones here, but just want to double check. I do not. So this last spot for Ciampa, we are going to go with a charity promo. Get some extra fans in here. Then I think, like, I want to make this the Extreme Rules match, but these in a tornado tag got 3 stars. So I think making this Extreme Rules just makes my curve a little more difficult. I'm going to give... These guys got 3.5 without a stipulation. So I'm thinking if I go these guys, Extreme Rules, that can confidently main. And then let's go. We're gonna go
Dempsey.
We're gonna make this tables. We're gonna make this Extreme Rules. And put the, whoops, controller going nuts. There we go. Put the title on the line here. Boom. And then, yeah, I'll have to decide based on how the rivalries go here. We've got the Gauntlet Master card, which I don't really have a feud that I would intend to feed to the Gauntlet Master. Because on the men's side, we've only got the one singles feud. So I could maybe do a gauntlet with Tatum, Julia, Tamina, and Io. I could also buy the TLC card or hope for a card next week and then have NWO versus Fraxium or Guns versus New Day potentially. So I think I am going to grab this. We got our Commissioner goal. Tamina wants to make an appearance. Everything else is good. So yeah, I feel good. We're going to send it in for Dub C Dub.
Oh, yeah.
Enter in. Let me click back on the game here. All right, this one started off week 1 when Sean Spears, he interrupted, or he kind of attacked Obafemi backstage. Obafemi was getting ready for that #1 contendership for the IC title. But here, the perfect 10, Sean Spears has different plans. Sean Spears joined the brand, wanted to make an impact by attacking the biggest bully in the yard. And Obafemi, he said he's sick of it. He says some fresh faces want to knock the bully out of Raw. You forget that Obafemi likes being the bully. And Spears, he better be ready to tap out or his spine is gonna shatter. And just like we saw in week 1, Obafemi did win a submission match. That's why he requested it again. And let's see if he can repeat. And yeah, Obafemi. Ooh, Sean Spears injured, but we're okay with that because we got our injury rehab. But Obafemi catches Sean Spears. He goes for a kind of a diving moonsault, and he catches him in a bear hug. So it's almost like an upside down bear hug. And as he's just standing there, just wrenching the crap out of that spine, Sean Spears has no choice but to tap out. And he's laying there in pain, holding that spine. And apparently, we might have to send, well, he's in Canada. We're in Vancouver. Might have to send him to the local medical facility, get fixed up for free real quick.
I heard they got a good local medical facility in Vancouver, Washington, too, if you need to go there.
Apparently, Tamina knows all about that. Backstage, Sami Zayn is holding a Kohl's bag stuffed with all the stuff that he bought from Kohl's, stealing the cool cash from Dr. Punching Stone. And yeah, he's holding it in front of him, just jingling it around. Everything is in there, and he goes, Dr. Dumbbell, I'm using your Cole's cash to buy all my new goodies. He goes, you like to hit stuff? I like to mock people who hit stuff. I'm faster, I'm smarter, and after I expose you, you're going to be doing CrossFit back in your mom's basement. Dr. Punching Stone doesn't like that. Rivalry grows from level 2 to 3. Match 2, we got local talent, baby. It's Flip the Script, and it's Mr. Higglesby to you. And this is Raw's B show, apparently, as we continue to find the person, the local talent that's going to crack the roster. Do the people love Flip the Script? Do the people love Mr. Higglesby? I don't know, but let's find out.
I love Mr. Higglesby.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's Mr. Higglesby to you.
He pulls out. He pulls out an ice pick. He pulls out. Because it's what damaged his eye is an ice pick. So he pulls out the same ice pick that blinded him. And he tries to attack Flip the Script's eye, but he keeps dodging. Flip keeps dodging, keeps dodging. And then Dr. Higglesby gets so frustrated that he kicks Flip the Script in this big old gut. And that's apparently Flip the Script's weak point. He falls down to the ground, and it's falls counting where he doesn't have to hit him with a spike. He said, okay, I can just pin him. And he pins him, and Mr. Higglesby to you wins. Dr. Punching Stone, he's in his mom's basement. CrossFit equipment all around him. And he's cutting a promo, and he says, Sami Zayn, you stole my Cole's cash. I need that more than anyone. I'm here in my mom's basement. You think this is a joke? You think I'm a joke? You think my mustache is a joke? That's fine. You're gonna learn what happens when you joke with a man who bench presses fridges and eats his protein shakes frozen. And he takes a bite out of a frozen protein shake and stares dead into the camera. And that rivalry grows from level 3 to 4. And Sami Zayn, he's ready for his first go-home show. Match 3, we got tag team titles on the line. It is Lola Vice and Kaylani Jordan challenging the champions who are apparently not friends or good chemistry at all. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, baby. Now Lola Vice and Kaylani Jordan, they're hungry to make a statement. Look at their popularity is deep down in the dumps. They really need to get some gold around their waist to make it different. And can they do that tonight? No, the answer is no, because Nikki, she kind of comes in and hits a purge neck breaker, and Alexa Bliss, she blind tags in. Nikki Cross kind of confused about that. Alexa Bliss goes for the pin, gets a 1, 2, 3, and that's like, you know, that's that tag team chemistry that hasn't really formed yet between these two. But we still got a 3-star match and growing that rivalry to level 3. So we'll take that any day of the week. Charlotte Flair comes down to the ring, and she says Becky Lynch is off to a spa retreat with a trainer. Must be nice being mediocre. She goes, I don't need any rest. I need a title around my waist right now. I'm calling my shot, and if the man's not here next week, I'm going to find out what spa she's hanging out at. I'm going to take the crown from her. And we got Karrion Kross and R-Truth. R-Truth has been kind of flip-flopping, just like he is in the WWE. He's flip-flopping between R-Truth and Ron the Truth Killings. And when he's Ron Killings, he's very intense, very serious. But when he's the Truth, he's fucking goofy. I don't know what to tell you. So, okay, of course, week 1, Truth accidentally won the #1 contender spot by just Irish whipping Drew McIntyre into a table and it snapped in half. And Karrion Kross, he took exception to that and attacked Truth in week 2, but he turned into Ron Killings and absolutely put Karrion Kross through a table. Karrion Kross is finished with tables. He said, give me a normal match against Truth, Killings, whoever you want to call him. I don't care. Give me the match. And I said, okay, fine, bet. Go out there. And he said, fine, I will lock in the Cross jacket. And it was R-Truth, and R-Truth was like smiling through it. He's kind of like, this is like kind of cool. I didn't expect this. And it was R-Truth in the match. So unfortunately, he just passes out to the Cross jacket. And we get a 4-star match. Amazing. And it goes to level 3 rivalry. We like to see that. Drew McIntyre, he's walking around a local medical facility, not in Vancouver, back where Brooks Jensen, wherever week 1, Brooks Jensen dropped a dumbbell onto his face and had to be rushed to a hospital. So Drew McIntyre is walking around this local medical facility, looks into a room, charges the room, and starts attacking the shit out of Brooks Jensen. It wakes him up out of his coma, and Brooks Jensen, he's a little groggy, he's a little unsure of what's happening. Obviously, he doesn't even make a noise. We don't even get to hear from Brooks Jensen yet. But damn it, Brooks Jensen is awake, and that's due to Drew McIntyre, and that rivalry grows to level 2. And in the main event, I mean, shit, Triple H wanted to see it himself. He wanted to see Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. And I said, you know what? That's not really the right way to do things. So we're doing it. We're doing Demon Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Randy Orton in an Extreme Rules match, non-title match, just to see where the lay of the land is. I mean, these 4 guys, they are clearly in line for the World Heavyweight Championship. But who's going to come out on top tonight?
AJ.
Ooh,
let's go, dude.
The sorcerer.
Yeah, and AJ Styles as Demon Finn Balor and Kevin Owens are kind of battling outside the ring. Randy Orton comes for an RKO out of nowhere, but AJ Styles pushes him back, picks him up for the Styles Clash, hits it onto a chair, and that's a 1, 2, 3. And AJ Styles, he points at Kevin Owens. He wants his World Heavyweight Championship back. That's pretty good for AJ Styles. We said he needed to make a statement here tonight on Raw Week 3. He sure as damn well does.
And then we head over to Greedy Little Fingers Armando, who is Trishless for this episode.
Let's go. Finally.
Of ECW. And this show kicks off with Jade Cargill going one-on-one with Scarlett in a tables match here. And Scarlett, I know she's got 15 reacts, but I still view this as an upset. She gets the victory over Jade Cargill, putting her through a 2.5-star table. And then Trick Williams, he's struggled to find footing in the CodyVerse this year. He's trying to get his wheels turning on ECW. Last year, he thought he was going to be in this great world title feud with Karrion Kross, and then Karrion Kross was hurt, and he just talked at a wall for ages. This year, he's got a feud going with the world champion, Razor, and he's trying to make it happen, trying to get gold around his waist, and he pleads for Razor to respect him, and Razor, says, I don't respect you, and then no one's like, ooh, and so they were level 3 now. Indy Hartwell feuding with Natalya, who is posed up like she's standing at the edge of the bed going, I had an accident. I don't know why the way she's standing looks childishly awkward, but what isn't awkward is how good Natalya is in the ring, and she proves it here tonight, getting Indy Hartwell to tap out to the sharpshooter. 1.5 stars on that match, and I don't remember if they drafted Natalya or if this is a signing, but hi, Natalya. Then Angel cuts a promo, and he's like, these scars mean something to me, and a guy in the crowd was like, hell yeah, dude, they mean something to me too, and so he gets fanned. And then this recording is happening a day or two before the week 1 and 2 episode is dropping on YouTube. So in that video, we said, what do we call Tyler Bate and Alpha? I still don't know what your suggestions are. So for this episode, they are still the unnamed duo taking on AOP, represented by Akam and Pat McAfee. And the unnamed team pair up and get a 2.5-star victory in that tag match, rivalry level 3. And then Josh Briggs calls out Angel and says, bitch, them ain't even real scars. That's paint on your chest. I'm going to give you some real scars in the future. And people are like, oh, dude, that was kind of sick how he did that. So they're at level 3 now. Then Wendy Chu. Her sleep was disturbed by Nikita Lyons, and Wendy Chu struck fear in Nikita last week. But this week, Nikita came in strong. She came in fearless and was able to get that 2-star victory because of it. The rivalry between Lyons and Chu up to level 2. Bianca Belair says, I ain't got no damn people to fight now because Trish Stratus is gone. So I just want you all to love me for me until I find my new enemy. And 3 people were like, oh, that was kind of cool how she did the me thing. And so she gets 3 new fans. Then main event, Eddie Thorpe. he wants to be an AOP. He wants to find a place. The Authors of Pain. He's like, dude, I can be the alpha of pain. And Razor's like, we'll see. We'll team up tonight. We'll see. Because Razor is trying to become Razor 2 belts here. They're taking on A-Town Down Under for the tag team championships in tonight's main event, and it does not work. Eddie Thorpe not good enough tonight. Grayson Waller takes him down, gets the pin. 3.5 stars. A-Town Down Under staying your tag team champions.
And right away, Gunther, Rey Mysterio get into the ring. They go in high. Oh my gosh, Rey Mysterio with a quick lightning victory. That's right, we jump in hot here on NXT 2.0. The rivalry grows to a big level 3. Gunther goes through the table. And I'm a Honky Tonk Man. Gets the rivalry with Sandman to go level 2. Sorry, I cannot read.
Reading. Neither can Undertaker.
No. Reading's hard. Level 1 to level 2. Sandman, not too happy. And then here we go. The lovely Trish Stratus makes her debut on NXT. A bona fide superstar, level 85 popularity. Taking on Fallon Henley of Ye Hail. Ye Hail gets a week off this week as the ladies tag divisions taking a break. And Trish Stratus, 3.5 star match, comes out 1-0 on the brand. Definitely big things ahead for her, so calm down, people. She will not be mid-card forever. And then, just like Honky Tonk Man, Batista says, give me the damn mic, Honky. Got real business to take care of. Takes it. Talks more about how Braun Breaker is too new school. About how his spear is the best spear, and we will decide whose spear is greater at one of the PLEs. They call it who has the best spear in the CodyVerse or the atmosphere. I don't know. We're gonna work on something with the spears. And then Javon Evans, Ilya Dragunov, they're gonna get back together into the ring one more time. Battle of High Flyers. And Javon actually comes out on top. This time, the rivalry doesn't grow, so that kind of stinks. But a 2.5 star match. Javon Evans gets a big dub over his rival. And then Faarooq keeps training, keeps hitting the gym. Ring XP goes up by 3. Not the best, but we're trying to sneak in. So I'm not totally reliant on just using power-up cards to boost Ring XP this season. So I'm going to try to be a little more mindful of using the power of the training promo. And Bret the Hitman Hart says Triton's just another fat American. Just another lazy king. Just another wannabe. Says I'm the real king. You'll never be. And Triton says, bitch, I do declare this ass whooping. And totally handles the Hitman. Not a good outing for the Canadian. The rivalry grows to level 2. 3.5 star Triton with what he would say is not an upset. Big win for the big man. And then, oh yeah, just like that. Double pop works to perfection. Braun Breaker says, you're a son of a bitch. Shut up about the atmosphere. I don't give a damn about any of that. The only thing that matters is me getting the 1, 2, 3 over your sorry ass at whatever PLE, whatever match. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if it's the middle of the card. I don't give a damn if it's the first match. The only thing I give a damn about is raising that gold. Jeez. Woof woof. Rivalry level 3. Ugh. All right. One tag division got the night off. That was the ladies. The men's, back to work you go. The Usos. Can they beat the Wyatt Six? I do not think so. An absolute juggernaut of a team. They might be better than Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan were. This might be a better combo. It's certainly more intimidating. But can the Usos...
Be the Pepper repeats. Combos attack division.
No! 4-star finale, rivalry grows, and the belts change hands. The Usos finally get over the hump, get the straps, and they are heading in to the go-home show as tag team champions.
And then finally for this week, we head over to WCW. Charlie Dempsey has been coming up short against Faarooq. But Sonya says, tells Faarooq, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like every time you guys have a match, it's like there's an extra 1,000 people tuning in. I can't quite put my finger on it. So you're going to fight again tonight. And Faarooq, expressing a little bit of boredom fighting Charlie Dempsey, she said, well, tonight's going to be different. Tonight is going to be a tables match. And so Faarooq is all in for that. They go to the ring. Charlie Dempsey trying to find a way to get the upset. And as this match goes, a table is set up in the corner. Charlie Dempsey's placed in that corner. Faarooq runs in and tries to spear Charlie Dempsey through the table. Dempsey moves, and Faarooq puts himself through the table, and Charlie Dempsey starts to celebrate, not realizing that that's not a victory. You got to put your opponent through the table. So while he's celebrating, thinking he's won, and the officials are trying to explain you haven't won, Faarooq clops him in the back of the head, knocking him down, and then stands on the apron where a table is set out on the floor, and Faarooq hits a Dominator from the apron to the table, through the floor. Not through the floor, through the table on the floor. That'd be crazy. Put him through the floor. Maybe next week when they fight.
Damn.
Yeah, that'd be next level. But Faarooq going to get it done once again, this time non-title action, 3.5 stars. Their rivalry up to level 3. And then in our Take Liberties moment of the night, this promo is going to be the combination of Fraxium together. They're together for this. And it is Axiom's training montage. But again, I don't know what they do in real life. Again, this video is recorded before the first booking session comes out. And then that video I said, I don't know if they let Axiom talk in real life or if he's just like a silent, dope-ass assassin. And that's what we're going to have Mez in the meantime. So Axiom is giving hand gestures, explaining his workout routine. And Nathan Frazier says, yes, we bench our enemies. And you see Axiom doing some bench presses. And then Axiom goes over and takes a medicine ball and does some more signals. And then Nathan Frazier goes, this here is Axiom throwing away the competition of the New World Order. And then he throws the giant medicine ball. And then Axiom points at a treadmill, does some hand gestures, and Nathan Frazier says, and this right here symbolizes Fraxium running through the New World Order. And we'll see, what happens with Nathan Frazier's popularity momentarily, but Axiom, a very strong training montage here. He's going to get 8 ring XP. He's level 13. This should get him to level 14 and closing in on level 15. So solid work there from the Axiom side of the equation. Then it is Tatum Paxley versus Julia. Tatum Paxley has had a hot start. She beat Julia last week, triple threat action. Asuka got involved, and Tatum Paxley just laughed and kicked at Julia while Julia was in the Asuka lock. Julia looking for her first victory on WCW on season 2 in CodyVerse history, and she finally gets it. She locks in the Bianca onto Tatum Paxley, and Tatum Paxley is laughing through the pain. And then, like Ken Shamrock style, she starts bleeding through the mouth. Ken Shamrock would always just randomly do like the coughing up blood spot. That's what Tatum Paxley is doing right now. And Julia, not being deterred by Tatum Paxley's enjoyment of the situation, just locks in the Bianca deeper, deeper, deeper. And finally, Tatum Paxley, with a smile on her face, says, I give up. But Julia gets the victory. 2 stars on the match, level 3 now on the rivalry. And then the new World Order come out to the ring. And of course, the black and white ambiance takes over the screen. And they say that, look, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, they're exciting, they're colorful, they're flashy. And someday, maybe they can step up and have a moment. But as long as the new world order has control, nobody is touching the tag team gold other than them. Fraxium, your day will come, but it's not on this brand. It's not at this time. Their rivalry up to level 3. Then women's tag team action. So the Kabuki Warriors won the women's tag team titles in the first clash between these two. And now, the second time they're fighting, Lash Legend, Jakar Jackson. The Meta 2 are looking to prove that they are worthy. So it's non-title action here. Can they prove that they deserve a shot at the titles? Maybe not so much tonight. Asuka and Kairi Singh gets it done. Kairi hits the insane elbow on Lash Legend to get the pinfall victory. 2.5 stars on that match. Rivalry up to level 2 between these two teams. And of course, Nathan Frazier, the spokesperson for Axiom. And they loved Axiom. They weren't vibing with Nathan Frazier quite as much, though. So he gets 0 popularity for his work in the training montage. Motor City Machine Guns. They're 1-0 against the New Day, but something fell off with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. It was as if they didn't have the chemistry in that Tornado tag match. And in this normal tag match here tonight, the Motor City Machine Guns, they're a step ahead. Their tandem offense is overwhelming the New Day, who it's like they're from different eras. They're just not clicking as much as they need to. And tonight, the Motor City Machine Guns take advantage once again to get a 3-star victory, but that tag rivalry does go up to level 2. And then Tommaso Ciampa is seen riding a 4-wheeler out in the woods, and the 4-wheeler is decked out in Americana, baby. And when he revs it up, rather than it sound like an engine running, it just sounds like the screech of an eagle, man. This dude is America personified, and he says, if you support the red, white, and blue, if you support Tommaso Ciampa, your United States champion, make sure you are tuned in to WCW. Kevin Nash and X-Pac, they double-teamed me in that Falls Count Anywhere match. There was nothing I could do, but when this gold is on the line, when that number is called, it's DIY for the USA, and he gets 2,500 bands in the process. Hell yeah. And then Extreme Rules action in the main event. Io Sky comes out to the ring first, and the crowd in Vancouver is vibing with her. And then there's an interview with Tamina before she makes her way out to the ring, and Tamina says, I am so damn happy to be back home in Vancouver. And the people in the audience are kind of like looking at each other, and like you hear the hot mic pick up, a guy go, did you fucking know about this? Why? I had 7 accents come out. I was so locked into saying a boot that I did the boot early, and then I don't know what the fuck happened right there. Pretend that was done properly. But they're so confused. They're like, she's from Vancouver. What the fuck do you mean she's from Vancouver? And Tamina, her music hits, and Tamina God comes out. She's trying to get the crowd behind her, and they're not really having it. And then Tamina's confused. She's like, I'm home! And people are lost. No. So the Extreme Rules match begins, and Tamina is in control. She's trying to rally the crowd behind her. And nobody she cares. Goes up to the top rope, ready to hit the Tamina splash, and she's trying to rally the crowd, and then the crowd starts to chant, not Canadian, not Canadian.
As we do every show.
And she looks around in confusion, and she's like, wait, what? And she looks at the referee, and she's like, why are they saying not Canadian? And the ref's like, you're not Canadian, right? She goes, well, yeah, but why the fuck would they be chanting that in Vancouver, Washington? And she's like, no, sweetie, we're in Vancouver, Canada. And then she hits the wow, I'm blanking on her name from South. Hits the what?
You're such a fat ass, Cartman. At least I'm not a stupid Jew. What?
And that allows Io Sky to swoop in. She hits the deadly driver from the top rope. She goes up top, hits that Io Sky moonsault, getting the pin, getting the championship as Tamina falls in her not hometown. 4.5 stars on the match. Level 3 now on the rivalry. So for our rundowns, WCW quick, since we were the last show there, 3.5 stars. Faarooq over Charlie Dempsey in the tables match. Their rivalry up to level 3. Julia finally gets a victory over Tatum Paxley. 2 stars in the match. Rivalry level 3 there. Then 2.5 stars. Kairi Sane and Asuka take down Lash Legends Jakar Jackson Kabuki Warriors. Win this non-title match. Rivalry level 2. Rivalry level 2 for the Motor City Machine Guns defeating the New Day. 3 stars on their match in the main event. 4.5 stars on the Extreme Rules match. Io Sky hangs on to the Women's Championship, beating Tamina in not her hometown. The NWO calls out Fraxium for a level 3. On NXT 2.0, Rey Mysterio beats Gunther. 4 stars on that match. Rivalry up to level 3 in the tables contest. Trish Stratus makes her debut on NXT 2.0. And despite no rivalry, and despite not triggering a rivalry, this shows the power of Trish here. 3.5 stars on that match. She's victorious over Fallon Henley. Javon Evans able to get the victory over Ilya Dragunov this week. 2.5 stars. Triton, like Cheek said, Triton does not view it as an upset. 3.5 stars. He gets the victory over the Bret the Hitman Hart. Rivalry up to level 2. And then the Usos take the tag team championships away from the Fiend and Uncle Howdy. 4 stars on that main event. Rivalry up to level 3. Control, dude, I swear to God, this controller just likes to nope me a lot. But now I gotta remember how to make the shit come up. Tell me. Oh yeah, there's not a report on this part. Good Lord, I'm losing my mind. Having to switch controller to keyboard twitched me out there for a second. But Braun Breaker and Batista for the double down. They go up to level 3. Honky Tonk Man calls out Sandman for level 2. Then for Raw here, Obafemi takes down Sean Spears in a submission match here. 4 stars on that match. 1.5 stars for Mr. Higglesby taking down Flip the Script. Women's tag titles, Alexa Bliss and Nick Gay hang on to the gold over Lola Visa, Kalani Jordan. 3 stars on the match. Level 3 on the rivalry. 4 stars for Karrion Kross getting the victory over our Truth. Rivalry up to level 3. And then the Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way. AJ Styles victorious over Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and the Demon Finn Balor. The Demon and Kevin Owens have their rivalry go up to level 2. Also, Sean Spears injured 3 weeks in that submission match. On the call side of things, the double down gets Sami Zayn and Dr. Punching Stone up to level 4. Charlotte Flair and officially kickstarts her feud with Becky Lynch, and Drew McIntyre, Brooks Jensen sitting level 2. Finally for ECW, 2.5 stars. Scarlett takes down Jade Cargill in the opening tables match. 1.5 stars for Natalya defeating Indy Hartwell. The unnamed duo of Tyler Bate and Alpha take down the AOP. 2.5 stars. Rivalry up to level 3. Nikita Lyons defeats Wendy Chu. Rivalry level 2. And in the main event, 3.5 stars. Austin Theory, Grace Waller, Town Down Under hang on to the tag team gold over Razor and Eddie Thorpe. On the call side things, Josh Briggs pushes rivalry with Angel to level 3, and Trick Williams pushes his feud with Razor to level 3 as well. For Raw, a 113 rating score, 21,000 fans, $24,000. Then on ECW, they're going to get a 100 score, 9,000 fans for ECW, $87,000. On NXT 2.0, a 118 rating score, 26,000 fans, $67,000. Howdy and the Fiend worked really well together as a tag team. Those superstar level bonuses probably going to start clutching up there for Cheek. Like we said, he's got the ability to build a stacked roster, and he's already made some key moves for it. For WCW, we're going to get a 117. Ooh. We're going to get 25,000 fans, $56,000, and the Kabuki Warriors have their tag team chemistry. And I don't know, the Vancouver crowd loves seeing Tamina in action, is what Tap Out Takeover's saying, but I'm not so sure. The jury is out on that one. For Raw, they're going to have the ability to know some guys for their commissioner goal. Cheek will get a contract negotiation 2 for his commissioner goal. I will get sold out limited stock for my commissioner goal, and these are the standings. So I am in first place currently, 25,000 fans ahead of Armando. Armando is 59,000 fans ahead of Canada. Canada, 22,000 fans ahead of Cheek. And we go to our go-home shows in Rochester, New York.
Here we go. Alexa Bliss is going to say, oh no. Hey, Aldous, I guess you're not going to be happy about this, but the weather has wrecked my travel arrangements and it's looking like I won't be available for this show. I could refund her contract value for $264, but we're not doing that. We could fine her. We could get her to get picked up. I don't think that's... Ooh, we have a feud to end there, though. I guess... Is that worth 25 grand to end that tonight, or do I save that for next...
Queen of the Ring or the next sesh?
Or the next sesh? Because I can start feuds between... where is Nikki Cross? Nikki Cross and let's say Lola Vice or Kaylani. Oof. And then we save this for the next go home show. And then we'll have a level 3 pay-per-view to play with. That's my move. Accidents happen. She's smiling with teeth. I'm gonna have to find you 12K. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find you 12K.
Wow.
Sorry. You know, if I don't make it to work, I get in trouble. So I don't get fined 12K though. But anyways, AJ Styles says, listen, I'm not feeling physically 100%. I don't mind pain, but I don't want serious injury. 2 weeks, brother. We have a pay-per-view. Okay. Listen. Let me think.
Decisions here in the emails for this one.
Can I come back to you? Yeah, I can.
No. Oh.
Okay, he's gonna give us a power card, I think. Probably a... Yes. Health spot. Can I use this on AJ now? Oh, I can't. I can't give you 2 weeks, brother. So, we have work to do. You're not gonna like that, but... Oh, you want your superstars to get injured? No, I didn't say that.
Damn. You just did.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
He saw what happened to Sean Spears and got nervous.
I just couldn't give him 2 weeks. That was a little bit too much. And I can't confirm unless the only other option I have would be to not let these feuds go at all this week, and I will run these feuds back until pay-per-view 2, just like I'm doing with Nikki Cross now, which means this show is going to be fucking bad.
With that attitude,
I might have to go just sign jobbers and have fun that way. I don't know. Yeah, we need it. Well, this is go home though. This is important shit. Okay, let me see what I can book. We can book this. Yes. Okay. Here we go. We can book this. And I don't want it to go to level 3 just yet anyways, because this is probably not our pay-per-view match. So I think we'll just throw it. I wish I had something else. I wish I had Underground or something. Just do a tables match, a low lift. Maybe even throw the tables card onto this to make sure it really slaps. We'll think about it. Okay. I think we are also going to end... Jesus. Okay. Obafemi and Sean Spears is only at level 2. The double down didn't work. I just realized. No, they didn't have a double down. They had the submission. The submission didn't work. That's what happened. Okay, we need Dr. Punching Stone as Sami Zayn for sure.
Let's go.
So we'll get these two in there, possibly in a steel cage. Brooks Jensen might need to return tonight, although he's not totally ready. I think it has to happen. He's the champion. Where is he? Okay. Throw that in for now. Just because it's a go-home show, I don't want to just lay a freaking egg here.
Yeah. I mean, there's extra fans out there, so it's tricky.
Because I have these 2 power cards, and I might hit them anyways. The special promotion and network specialist.
I never thought about doubling down on those.
and you can't use it in the week of a pay-per-view anyways, a PLE, which I can on special promotion. I'm thinking of double downing that, and then I hit the get the tables, and that gives us 3 power cards this week. Let me just check who I can to the moon. I can to the moon Brooks, which I might actually have to. So I might have to use 4 cards this week, 5 with Sean Spears coming back. I'm just thinking. Okay. Oops. Do not quit.
Never quit. Never give up.
Never quit. Never surrender. We will do one of these. We'll throw in. Technically, Lola Vice is more popular and has more stamina, and is grumpy. So hopefully she can get a victory here. We're gonna go steel cages for Nikki. That kind of helps her win. Maybe we'll throw it in an Extreme Rules match. Maybe. Oh God. And then, oh no, this is. I think Obafemi will call out. We're gonna bring Sean Spears back now, anyways. But when I do that, I gotta realize that I'm gonna use more cards. So that's fine. Let's just bring Sean Spears back. That's 1 card. Just remember that.
1.
I'm
holding up 1 finger to remember.
Something wrong with me too. Something wrong with me. Yeah. I think I'm gonna. Well, yes. Let's end Carrying Cross and Truth. Or Wrong Killings. I don't know who's showing up.
Ooh, stay tuned to find out. Gotta increase our watch time to learn.
And we will run a. I think we're gonna run a self promo for Demon Finn Balor because we need to get our self promos up. We're gonna run an advertising promo with Kevin Owens because he could take the hit popularity wise. We're gonna possibly throw. Sean Spears is so grumpy, dude. I don't think there's anything. Hell Spa barely gets you the small morale boost.
Yeah.
It like barely does anything this year. We'll just have to hope he doesn't come for his money because I have to let you go, brother. Like that's brutal. I'm trying to think of what else gains stamina or morale. You know what? I'm gonna give him the Hell Spa just anyways, just to help whatever morale is. Yeah, all right. That's grumpy. That's 2 cards, both used on Sean Spears. We've got a contract. We got lots of contract negotiations. So when we do lose somebody, and when we get our 100K from Cody, there's going to be some signings made to boost and bolster this roster back up.
I'm glad my money is going towards signings now. It hurts a little less.
Yeah, exactly. This is actually not that bad. I don't know if I'll use one of those. I'll have to use 1 more card, but I don't know which one I'm going to use. When it comes to, I think we're going to give, let's give Kalani Jordan the training promo. Hope she gets up to level 10. And then last but not least, I think we'll try to give, Obafemi's only a level 2 on the mic, which is tough. But I think I'm going to give him maybe a self promo. All right, we'll take a quick look at all of my stuff here. I think this needs a stipulation. That's good with his stipulation. I'll leave that as a normal match. Tables. Let's go hit that tables card, and I'm going to save Network Specialist and Special Promotion for when I really, really need it. I think this card, I think I salvaged it enough to the point where
3.
I'm happy with it. So at least our women's match there in the main event is going to rate a lot higher. It's our only tables match. That's correct. TLC is not tables, but I think this will be fine as a normal match because these two are just not going to rate as high even with stipulations, and that's going to be good. So I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to take one last look at everything here. I got basically twice the amount of money to play with. I don't really need to save these now because I've finished my 3 cards. I don't need to, so I could use 4, and I think I will. We'll get Brooks Jensen. We're going to send Brooks Jensen to the moon, baby, because that's where he deserves to be. He dropped a little bit of popularity because he hasn't fought yet this season. So Brooks Jensen's going to the moon. Let me take a look. We got our IC title on, and we got our women's title on. I think that's all we need. We're in Rochester, New York, not Canada. Let's send her in.
All right, WCW. Tamina, not happy about losing her strap in not her hometown. As a former champion, she's enacting a rematch clause. So yeah, we just gotta make sure she's in the next title match. That's easy enough. So sure thing, Tamina. Don't keep me waiting too long. I already missed wearing the gold around my waist. All right, Kevin Nash, really psyched for this upcoming PLE. Can't wait to put on a great show for the crowd. So I was debating a few ideas on what could go to the PLE, but with Kevin Nash being one of my level 25s, don't really want to piss him off. So we're going to probably go ahead and make that happen. Run in on your most popular star. That is a great card. But man, a run in on who? It would be Kevin Nash. Or would it count for EO? Just curiosity here. This isn't the match. I just want to see what would happen if that counts. It does. So I could run in on either of them. Clear that. So I'm thinking the issue would be I would be risking Nash for injury at the PLE. Dude, this controller sucks. Xbox, kiss my ass. Oh my god, now it's auto.
Damn, bro.
There we go.
You told them.
Unless they want to sponsor us, at which point I'll say, no, their controllers are great. I was totally using a PlayStation controller when this happened. Okay, so I think we buy the physio. And the reason I want to run in on Kevin Nash is I'm thinking about, we have 2 Gauntlet Master cards. I'm thinking about having a women's gauntlet tonight. And using this card to give that a really strong rating. And then involving Tatum, Paxley, and Julia. They're level 3. And hoping that kind of closing out a feud with a big match can maybe give them a nice lift is where my mind is going there. So then I guess I have 2 physios, but I might need to use one this week because I think Tamina's stamina is a little low. So we're going to start by buying this physio. And then we would use those 2 cards and then find one more to use, which I have. I think it's boost the lowest popularity is this. Where's that? Because I know I got 2 of them because it was part of one of my trio buys. Raise popularity of the lowest popular superstar by 5. So we might use that to give a popularity boost to Jakar Jackson. And then feed that in. So if I were to go with that plan, we would go Gauntlet. And so this would become EO. Actually, let's do the order in case we lock this in. So I would have EO come out last. I was thinking about doing this. This was going to be the PLE, but and I was going to do a lot of call-outs to try to get these to level 4. But Kevin Nash wanted to be on the PLE. Little pivot here. So I was going to have EO come out first. Then it was going to be Tatum, then Julia, then EO. For the sim, the order might not matter, but so it would be going like this. If we keep it like this, then I use a physio on Tamina this week. I use a physio potentially on Kevin Nash at the PLE. And we have the tag title match. Dog, this controller is going to make me scream. Oh, that's how I scream. Fun fact if you didn't know that. Okay, so Kevin Nash could face a random person with a Tommaso Ciampa run-in. So we could go with a face cruiser. So we could just have Axiom in the spot. Or I could go Nathan Frazier here. But if I do that, I can't do a tag team call. So I actually shouldn't do that. Let's have them face... Ooh, this is a little tricky. Okay. I'm gonna come back to this and see how I want to go about it, because let's get other stuff on the card that I think I want to do, and then we'll see what's left and go from there. So these guys, again, they're level 2, so if it goes to level 3, that's great. Women's tag titles, we would put those on the line, even though Meta 2 lost last week. We could give a reason. Then Jakara Jackson would get a little boost from the power card. Then we could finish this in a title match. So now, if I were to have Kevin Nash fight somebody, I mean, it would have to be these guys, or he fights his partner, or we sign somebody, at which point that match probably isn't going to do well. I don't know. I guess Kevin Nash would be involved, so maybe it wouldn't be totally terrible, but that's kind of the thinking. So I think I'm going to try to find... Let me clear that. I think I'm going to try to find the duo I was looking for last week. But if I don't find the duo I was looking for last week, do I have the ability to know guys? I might. Oh, yeah, we can know guys. So that could be a power card use. So I could know guys. I could physio. And then I could apply the Gauntlet Master and hold the beginner's luck, or just use 4 this week. We'll see. So let's see if we can get the duo here first. We'll start there. Bang. Bang. Are we really not going to get the duo I want here? I really do feel like Canada right now. It's
Right,
tough
dude?
in these
I swear.
streets.
I know, man.
Especially when I've
Oh,
seen...
man. I thought that was Sarcophagus, but it's Clarity Grimrose.
Clarity.
Primrose. Dude, if I do 15 searches and I don't get the fucking combo, I don't know how many can technically be in this level 0 section, but I'm fucking getting it. I have to. The issue is there's so many names now, I'm like, which ones are new? But I have not the combo yet. Okay, here we go. All this, and I'm gonna have this idea, and the viewers are gonna be like, "Dude, your idea sucks." I'm gonna fucking cry.
Dude.
I'm
Now
literally
it's
gonna cry.
It's becoming overhyped.
I know. This was a classic Cody booking shower thought. All right, we got our duo. Thank God, dude. All right, it only took what, 7 searches? Okay, so Bobby Marquis.
Here comes some shitty ass pun.
Not yet. End of the season. And between this show and the PLE, obviously we got mined on the show cost, but we'll be able to make enough money. We only have to pay for one match type with the PLE. And Nick Clipper is the combo. Well, I've got 87 people on my screen. Just gonna take a look around. But I think we're good. Okay, so Kevin Nash is going to face Bobby Marquis with a run-in. Tommaso Ciampa to Kevin Nash. That takes care of this. We get a Get Schooled 3, which is fantastic. Before that match happens, we need to make sure we have a promo from Nick Clipper. Bam.
Dead.
No, I'm not gonna kill him, dude. I don't randomly kill people like you do.
I did it one time.
And then, oh yeah, and a murderer just goes, I only murdered one person. It's enough. All right, self promo. So Nathan Frazier really struggled with that. So we're gonna have, I guess no, it'd be 6 because we want to have a tag team call out of these guys calling out the NWO. I think we just leave the last promo slot. I'm tempted, like, just to, obviously we've got 8 talent scouts. I'm tempted to search a 5 to 9, but I'm now starting to cut in a little more then I'd be comfortable for the sake of being sure that I can pay Canada 100K after the PLE. I should be fine, but it would suck to have to end up paying him over the course of 2 months, paying him say 150,000 just because I got greedy signing a level 5. So we're gonna hold on that. We're gonna use Gauntlet Master because that match is gonna stay on the card. Because we have that same challenge as Canada for 3 cards, 3 different times. And then we're going to use a physio on Tamina. Because we do not have as many injury rehabs as Canada. We have some, but they're
Couple.
injury rehab 1. So we could heal a little bit, but we don't have quite the power. So this is going to be our main. These guys are going to open. They did a 3.5 tables match last week. I'm going to give them last man standing because that's Faarooq's specialty there. Which also kind of goes with the theme of Charlie Dempsey's just been getting his ass kicked. But he keeps fighting back. So yeah, I think we're good with that. I'm going to flip these 2 just for headcanon. So we've got the gauntlet with power card on it. Again, we're hoping that this gives Tatum Paxley and Julia. I mean, they're climbing that popularity as it is, but hopefully them blowing off feud in a strong match really sets them up because, Io Sky probably either as champion or as challenger probably goes into a feud with one of those 2. Women's tag titles is level 2. Men's tag feud level 2. This is currently sitting at level 3. We're going to hope this goes level 4. And then the thought is we would, unless something unexpected happens, this would be our PLE match. TLC with that power card for King and Queen of the Ring. And I think we're golden. Just one more check of this. Self-promo and training. I'm trying to be cognizant of doing those. 10 steel cage matches probably not going to happen. 10 TLC might. Different match type. I'm going to see how the PLE handles those. But, that might be kind of tricky because for us, we have 5 matches. So if you can't cheat this out of PLE, you do have to do this quite a bit. That can be quite expensive. Backstage brawls, speaking of expensive. Okay, so I feel good. So we'll have $43,000 plus whatever our profit is this show. Hopefully decent profit. And then obviously again at the PLE, I will have to be a little careful. But we send it in.
Fallon Henley wants to win a match. Okay, that was pretty brief. Jimmy Uso, excited for the PLE. Who says you're going to be in it, you piece of shit? All right.
Damn.
So, one Hell in a Cell match grants us a to the moon. Man, that might be a saucy card here. Okay. Get the tables. We can boost. All right. We might do the tables. Let's get the tables. All right. Let's book a card, eh? All right, so I think we're gonna need Gunther, Rey Mysterio. I think it's time. We're gonna get men out there. Let's do other tag. Right. Yeah. Alright. Bled Davenport. Faarooq back at it, and then yeah, I got a lot of rivalries. Same man and Honky Tonk. Pretty decent lineup.
Pretty decent.
It's not bad. She not bad.
Not
And
bad.
then we're gonna do call out. See if we can get this to level 4. So just to guarantee we get it to a level 4, we're gonna do the double down again. Try to get it there. Gonna have let's have Trish do a little advertising. See if she could be our advertising queen. And then Triton, let's have him do some training. Try to get him to that level 15. We need it. All right. So I think that's the card. Now let's get things settled up how we need. So this is definitely mid. Ooh, that's title match. Title. Level 3, 66 and 77. I think it's like this. Like this. And then
Like this.
like this. And then we get some stipulations on the match. Like this. Let's start them out with the tables. This might be a submission match. Yeah. Iron Woman. Tables. TLC. I'm debating though, because only one of these gets the table bonus. So I'm nervous. I don't know if I should switch it up. Okay. Contract negotiation. Oh, this is tough too, because I mean, Batista's hot right now. He's 82 up, but he's only 20 compared to these 25s. So I think I'm gonna extend. I think I'm gonna extend Rey.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna get him locked in because I'm trying to think extension terms. If I had to just pay one,
I'm guessing Rey would be more expensive. Like Batista's got more popularity, but it's pretty close. So I feel
I
like
know.
Batista
I just
would
think
be more.
Batista's
Yeah.
got Delta popularity.
But what difference does the 25 versus 20 do cash wise? That's
Probably
why I think.
a lot.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
that's why
saying.
I
Like I
think-
think Rey would be more expensive for
Yeah.
you to bring back.
Yeah.
When you're
And I'd rather have Rey over Honky Tonk. No disrespect to the Honky.
To the Tonksters.
To the Tonksters. And then let's see, I guess we could do this. We can add 2 weeks right now to Batista. Okay. Is there anything else? War Games. You know, let's try it. Let's try a little network special.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Let's see how we do. See how we did. All right. I think we're all right. We used up all of our money. Everything. I just gotta see. It's his specialties. That's why I want it. But I want to guarantee that the boost is here. So we're just gonna change this. We probably can't though. Yeah, we We'll adjust something. Let's do falls count anywhere. I only gotta go down. Iron Woman. Ooh, if this goes down to Iron Man. 2 Iron Mans, tables, falls count. There. I think we can make that work. Yeah, I think this is a good card. Okay. All the belts that I need on are on. Yeah, and all the stipulations are on. Oh, no, I need a Hell in a Cell. Hell. Okay. How much is Hell in a Cell? 48. Good lord. Somebody had a specialty that was Hell in a Cell. It's these ladies.
Oh, money.
I know. Now we gotta
21.
do the fine. We gotta do the dance.
Let's do the dance. Oh.
I know, if we just went normal on one. Oh, that's our specialty. That's our specialty, so I want to keep it. I think I want to keep that. That's going to get the bonus.
Lucy.
Iron Man is their specialty, so I want to keep that. I think it's either got to be, this one's just got to be straight. I think this one, I'm going to
cut it.
No.
I'm going to get you enough.
Oh, yeah. This one worked because it was so high.
Yeah.
You'd either have to make this normal or make Rey Gunther normal and then make this match cheaper also.
Yeah. I think it'd be easier just to make this normal.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still... Like, the rest of the card's loaded, so I feel like you'll...
It's loaded, and then this is still level 2 with a title, so it's not bad. It's just, it's gonna be probably my lowest rated match, but... Overall, though, still a pretty banger card, because I want to get this to level 4 for sure. And then want to get him some XP. So I think we're good. And we get our to the moon. So overall, pretty damn good. Let's see how it...
Pretty damn good there, eh? All right, we're kicking off Raw. We know Drew McIntyre has been mocking Brooks Jensen for weeks, and last week attacked him at the local medical facility, waking Brooks Jensen up. And Brooks Jensen is now returning in his first match of season 2, defending his Intercontinental Championship. So Drew McIntyre enters first. He's smiling ear to ear, and then suddenly the lights go black, and a black light lights up the arena. Neon lasers are piercing the air, and a remix of Brooks Jensen's caveman theme blasts across the arena. It sounds like dubstep. And Brooks Jensen walks out head to toe in glowing shades LED jacket that reads the baseline bone breaker. He grabs his, he's holding the mic and he says, "My name is Brooks." Sorry about that. "My name is Brooks Jensen, but the old me is extinct. I used to punch rocks and wear fur. But after that dumbbell dropped on my face, I seen the light, the neon lights. They're the future." He taps his chest and a little heartbeat thing lights up. And he goes, "I uploaded my consciousness to the cloud. And Drew McIntyre, you're running on old software. And I'm about to force a system crash on you." And he runs down to the arena, or runs down to the ring. And this match is on their way. And Drew McIntyre, as soon as this neon bright star looking ass slides into the ring, the bell rings, Drew McIntyre runs forward, hits a claymore right to this dorky idiot's face. That's not a caveman anymore. He's from the future. Drew McIntyre must have waken him up a little too far into the future, but he hits a claymore right off the bat, pins this neon freak. 1, 2, 3. The crowd goes wild. That's why it's a 3.5-star match, even though it was 1.5 seconds. And that rivalry grows to level 3. But Drew McIntyre is our new Intercontinental Champion. And just as a reminder, R-Truth Ron Killings does have a number one contendership for this belt. Demon Finn Balor, he's backstage. Smoke is just billowing behind him. And he looks at the camera. He says, "You feel that? That itch in the back of your head? That tingle in your bones when the lights go dim?" He goes, "That's fear." That's me. Kevin Owens has always been a transitional champion. And at the PLE, at King and Queen of the Ring, the surface will crack and hell will breathe again. And the Demon Finn Balor is ready. And one guy's like, "Woohoo, yeah, I'm so fucking pumped." He's pumped for the Demon Finn Balor comeback. He gets one fan. Nikki versus Lola. Nikki, she's violent. She's got that mask on. It makes her a freak. And Lola Vice, she's got an attitude. Look at her. She's got her fist up, ready to brawl, dude. And tonight, it's Extreme Rules. Anything's on the line. Nikki, she has a shopping cart full of horror movie props. Lola, she's got a kendo stick in her hand and a steel chair in the other. And these two, they're ready to just destroy each other. And Nikki does just that. She zip ties Lola Vice to a ladder that's on the ground. Diving headbutt off the top rope with the mask. Pins her on top of that ladder. 1, 2, 3. And Nikki wins in a 2.5-star match. Kind of hoping for a little bit more, but we got it. It's fine. It's fine. Kevin Owens comes out, or no, he doesn't come out. He's standing
In the closet.
in the closet. No, this is a commercial, actually. It's a commercial that runs on the Titantron. And Kevin Owens, he walks out and he's standing in front of the Rogers Center in Toronto. And he says, "Hey, you ever been in the middle of a cage match and lose signal?" Not anymore, baby, because with Rogers, you get coverage from Montreal to Moose Jaw. So everyone, if you want supreme coverage, go ahead and get Rogers cell service. And that, Rogers, they paid $20,000 for that ad, but there's 4 Canadians in the crowd that knows that Rogers is a bullshit service and nobody should ever have Rogers.
Damn.
I know, dude. Sami Zayn versus Dr. Punching Stone. Sami stole that Cole's cash, and tonight, Dr. Punching Stone demanded to be locked into a steel cage with Sami Zayn. And he just got just that. So these boys tonight, they're just gonna absolutely pummel each other, but Sami Zayn does it again. The thief escapes. He kind of just faints. He fakes passing out, and Dr. Punching Stone, the gentleman that he is, kind of was like, "I'm not going to take advantage of this. This is kind of serious." He kind of throws up the X with his hands, looks at the ref. The ref kind of like, I'd do that, not you. And Punching Stone's like, "Well, dude, he kind of like, he's passed out." And as he's talking with the ref, Sami Zayn climbs up the back side of the steel cage, jumps out, and wins the match. Dr. Punching Stone absolutely livid, but there's nothing he can do in this 4-star amazing match. Kaylani Jordan hitting that Rocky style montage, flipping tires, kicking heavy bags, working out with a trainer, and she's ready to earn some gold. She has to get ring ready, and I think she is. And here we go. Tonight, we told Karrion Kross, "Listen, we'll give you the last shot at Ron Truth. You already messed up your opportunity to steal that number 1 contendership from him. He is the number 1 contender. But you're a little bit tired. This one has been going crazy in different match types. So please end this one tonight, and we'll see where we can put Karrion Kross after this." But Ron, the truth, and nothing but the truth, he reverses the cross jack. He gets out of it, and he goes ahead and he starts the John Cena sequence. But instead, when he goes for that clothesline, Ron Truth changes it up and hits an X Factor onto Karrion Kross. and then does his own little move. Instead of a 5-knuckle shuffle, he hits the 2-knee drop. It's not a 5-knuckle, it's a 2-knee. And he hits that 2-knee drop onto Karrion Kross and gets the victory. And everybody's like, damn, that's pretty good. 3.5 stars. I like the 2-knee drop. Obafemi. What the hell? Okay, interesting. He's in Nick Aldis's office, and he's screaming about wanting the IC title, wanting the world title. He needs them. He's destined for both. And he punches a hole in Nick Aldis's wall, and Nick Aldis goes, "That's so uncalled for." Nick Aldis is actually the one fan that he lost. So Nick Aldis is like, "What the fuck, dude? That's not cool."
That's my wall.
So unfortunately, Nick Aldis not a fan of Obafemi. So how's that gonna impact his booking? We'll find out later. But that's so wild. Losing popularity on his self promo. I spent $2,500 to lose him 1 popularity. Might as well have freaking done an advertising promo. Anywho, our main event, Becky Lynch. She's putting her title back on the line because she said, "Come and get it. You want it? Come and get it. I'm not scared of no queen, okay? I am the man. I've taken out bigger fish than you. So if you want some, come get some." And tonight, it's a tables match. So Charlotte, she comes out with a custom gold rhinestone table. And Becky, she walks out with a table painted like the Irish flag. And we got battling chants, "Let's go, queen." And Becky's gonna kill you. Very awkward chant, and like the crowd doesn't really get it, and it's fine. But that's just how the crowd is in Rochester, New York. And Becky Lynch, the man stands tall. She counters a move off the top rope into a manhandle slam, turns around and does the manhandle slam right through a table. And she grabs the mic, says, "The queen just got dethroned again. You got anything better for me?" And the crowd absolutely went wild. 5-star match thanks to that power card. And we get a level 1 to 2 rivalry.
And then we head over to WCW. Faarooq walking in the door, waiting to find out what type of excursion he is going to have with Charlie Dempsey yet again tonight. And Sonya reveals that tonight the title is going to be on the line. And the plan is to let Faarooq have his piece, but she's seen the grit of Charlie Dempsey, the determination of Charlie Dempsey. So she's going to challenge Faarooq to something intense tonight. It is going to be a last man standing match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And Charlie Dempsey, he continues to fight. He continues to give everything he has. I mean, this is basically like the Undertaker Steve Austin Universe Mode match, the semifinals of Raw's World Championship Tournament. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, that means you need to go watch a series so you can feel what I'm saying right now. The amount of grit that Charlie Dempsey showed in this match was unparalleled, except to that parallel scenario that I just explained for you. And finally, Faarooq went to the stage, hit a Dominator off the stage to the floor, and Charlie Dempsey could not answer the count of 10. And as the count was getting to 10, Faarooq went down there, looked at him, and said, "Damn! Damn!" As Charlie Dempsey, he was trying to use Faarooq's legs to pull himself up, but just fell face first. But after the match, Faarooq lifted him up and said, "You got a future, kid." And he tousled his long curly hair and then helped him to the back. The crowd loved it. 4.5 stars. Faarooq stays your world champion. But then, in a moment of taking this week's edition of Taking Liberties, all right, we go to a salon. And there's really upbeat, kind of like dance vibe music. It's like, late 90s club music. And we see Nick, Clipper, and Bobby Marquis. But Bobby Marquis introduced himself because, behind the scenes here, I actually didn't intend to put these two in a match for a little while. But we needed a body due to the running goal. So, pivots happen. And so they're talking, and Bobby Marquis says, "Hello! Welcome to our salon, Snips and Clips. I'm Snips. I am Bobby the Barber Marquis. And this right here next to me is one of the best in the business as well. You see, because I, Bobby the Barber, ran through the entire American landscape of trimming hair and doing it fair. And nobody could take a stand to me. So I decided to go up to the deep north to a competition at the Rogers Center. And even though Rogers is a shitty service, they have an illustrious clipping competition. And that was when I met this man, Nick Clipper, the Canadian Clippler, Nick Clipper. That is to all of you. And this man is the only man whose shears can stand to bring me to tears. So we decided rather than be enemies, we could unite and clear the world of ugly, clear the world of disdain. Because you, whether you're bald, whether you're shaggy, whether your hair is greasy, we can save you. We will save WCW. One snip, and then the Canadian Clipper pops in and goes, and clip at a time. But then Kevin Nash finds out that he's actually facing Bobby Marquis tonight. He is taking on the Barber. He's taking on Snips, and Kevin Nash cannot believe that he's dealing with this. But as the match goes on, Kevin Nash lifts him up for a jackknife powerbomb, and the United States champion runs into the ring in his Americana garb, and he goes right at the knees of Kevin Nash, which causes Kevin Nash to drop Bobby Marquis, who frantically runs to the back. He goes, I wasn't ready. And the bell rings. A disqualification here gives Kevin Nash the 1.5-star victory, but things with him and Tommaso Ciampa heat up to level 2. And then after that, we see Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and they're walking in to the Home Depot. And Axiom, I was going to say his eyes widen with excitement, but you actually can't see him. But his mask around the eye area kind of lifts a little bit, and you're like, oh shit, his eyes are probably widening with excitement underneath there. And then Nathan Frazier looks at the camera and goes, Axiom's eyes tell the story of how excited he is for what we've come up with, because we have talked to Sonya and feel that we could construct a nice 5-star match at King and Queen of the Ring. But we need 3 key ingredients. And then Axiom points. Nathan Frazier says, yes, tables. And they go to the tables and they, pick the perfect table and they throw it in their giant oversized cart that fits this big table. But then right next to it, they see some chairs, and Axiom, starts clapping with excitement. And Nathan Frazier's like, dude, hell yeah. And they put some chairs into the cart. And then they find a ladder. But the first ladder, they don't like it. They go to the second ladder, they toss it down. And then they find the tallest ladder in all of Home Depot. And they set the ladder up in the aisle, and there's like some guy that actually just needs a ladder, and they have to kind of like shoo him away. They're like, hey man, we're shooting a promo. We're kind of a big deal at WCW. Okay, just back the fuck up. And then they climb the ladder. They make their way to the top, and then Axiom reaches to the skies, and Nathan Frazier looks down from the heights and says that Axiom says a king and queen of the ring. It's Fraxium versus the new world order in a TLC match. Kevin, we saw what happened to you at WrestleMania. We made a phone call to former WCW World Champion Tony D'Angelo and asked what it would take to take you down. And Tony came in and he said, hey, get some ladders, get a table, get some chairs, whatever you got to do. Kevin Nash and them weak little bitch-ass knees, they can't climb to the heights that Tony D'Angelo can climb. And I believe you guys can climb just as high as I did at WrestleMania. So the match is set. TLC, Fraxium versus the new world order. But then the women's tag team titles, they are on the line tonight. The Kabuki Warriors got the win last week, but they let Sonya Deville know that, hey, we want to fight for the tag team gold. We want to fight on the Go Home show. So even though we beat up on the Meta 2, we want to give them another chance tonight. And they beat up on the Meta 2 once again. This time, Asuka would get the Asuka lock on Jakara Jackson. Kairi Sane would hit a, I forget what she calls her spear. I think it has a special name, but we're going to say spear because I cannot remember at this point in time. She hits a spear on Lash Legend to stop her from breaking up the submission. Jakara taps out. The Kabuki Warriors stay the women's tag champs rivalry up to level 3 in that 3-star contest. And then we see Six backstage. And he's sitting in the locker room and he's frustrated, man. Kevin Nash, they don't want to show up, but the cameraman accidentally shows Kevin Nash icing his knee from the attack from Tommaso Ciampa earlier tonight. But Six pulls the camera back in and says, you focus right here. Braxium stands no chance at King and Queen of the Ring. Because you know what? Even if his knees don't work, Kevin Nash is like, what? And Six is like, shut up. Even if his knees don't work, I am the athletic prowess that can climb the ladder. I can take every risk so he doesn't have to. And the fact is, you can't hang with his power. You can't hang with my athleticism. And just like the NWO, our reign with the tag team titles is for life. Then the Motor City Machine Guns taking on the New Day. The New Day, they've been hanging out. They've been calling each other. They've been trying to build their chemistry. They've been trying to figure it out. But yet again tonight, it does not work. For the third time in 4 shows, the Motor City, they get the job done. Motor City Machine Guns, 3-star victory. Rivalry level 3 with the New Day. And then in the main event, Tamina God demanded a shot. She said, I lost in my hometown, and Sonya said it wasn't your hometown, and Tamina still just not fully grasping what went down last week. And Sonya said, fine, I'll give you your rematch tonight, but it's going to be the match that we were going to have at the pay-per-view, because there are 2 ladies on this roster that have been impressing me that I think could help take the WCW Women's Division to new heights. So, Tamina, you want your rematch, that's fine. You're going to start the gauntlet. Io Sky is going to be at the end of the gauntlet. Between that are future stars of this brand, Tatum Paxley and Julia. So Tamina starts the match with Tatum Paxley. And Tatum Paxley is looking pretty good. She's looking strong here. But all of a sudden, Julia runs out to the ring, and she waits to see. She picks up a chair and walks into the ring and stares at the referee. Because in CodyVerse lore on 2K, you never know when a gauntlet's going to have DQs or not. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. We think it's a universe mode glitch. But, Julia decides to see. And the ref looks at her, and they stare at each other, and the ref shrugs her shoulders. And then Julia goes, perfect, and clocks Tatum Paxley with the chair, signaling for Tamina to hit the Tamina splash. She's not going to pass up that opportunity. She hits the splash. Tatum Paxley is eliminated. But then Julia immediately locks Tamina into the Bianca submission hold, and Tamina is about to tap out, but Tatum Paxley rises. And she picks up the chair and looks at the ref, and the ref shrugs her shoulders again. And then Tatum Paxley clocks Julia with a steel chair and tells Tamina to go up top for the Tamina splash, and she's not going to pass that up. She's like, all right, bet. Let me hit another one of these bad boys. And now Julia is eliminated. But then Io Sky makes her way down to the ring, and those two have a classic clash back and forth. And Tamina goes to the third turnbuckle and hits a Tamina splash, but Io Sky gets the shoulder up. And it's something that would never happen when we're spectating a match, but it can happen when I'm just talking right here, or it could happen in our Universe Mode series. If you're watching it, she takes Io Sky out to the floor, clears a table. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, a table spot happens with the Spanish announce table. She puts Io Sky on it, goes to the fourth turnbuckle, hits the Tamina splash onto Io Sky through that table. The crowd is going nuts. Tamina rolls her back in the ring, slowly falls on Io Sky for the cover. 1, 2, 3, 5 stars. Tamina gets the victory. Both women's feuds comes to a close in powerful fashion.
Powerful fashion indeed. Just like this card is very powerful. This one goes out to all the homies out in Moose Jaw. Here we go. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso. Can they maintain the titles over the newly tag chemistry discovered Uncle Howdy, Fiend Bray Wyatt. Here we go. Tables match to kick it off. Oh! The Wyatt 6 with a legendary 5-star match. And the titles switch hands back into the Wyatt 6 possession. Oh man, that one might mess up my curve right off rip. And then, damn it. All right, see, this is why we do the double down, folks. Batista swing and a miss. We need to get this to level 4 for next week. Batista does Batista things. If you know anything, in this history of CodyVerse, I do not like Batista doing any sort of promos. He always fails, and right here when I needed him most, he is a big piece of shit. And then, falls count anywhere. Rey Mysterio a little miffed because he thought he was going to have a tables match, which is his specialty. He had it last week, and he put Gunther through. Gunther's still pulling the splinters out of his ass. But you know what? Tonight, we switch it up to falls count anywhere. Gunther is very appreciative for that. A little more up his alley. Can he find the endurance to go toe-to-toe with high cardio Rey Mysterio? No. In a classic match, another rivalry complete. Rey Mysterio just continues to dominate. Poor Gunther. Gunther is going to have to go back to the well. Maybe he finds himself in a tag match scenario. Maybe he does something because this single stuff hasn't been working out. But pretty tough when you're going against a juggernaut like Rey. And then there it is. When you need it most. Sometimes you just got to trust the big dog. And Braun Breaker shows why he is the true alpha on this brand. He does what it takes to get this thing to level 4, and now the fans are ready and primed for a full-on level 4 feud next week at the PLE. Hell in a Cell, Candice LeRae fought tooth and nail to keep this match on the card. She says, "This is my match type. I know we will keep the straps if you give us this match type. We were having some budget issues, thought it might come off. A lot of things got rearranged, but you know what? Ye hail." Says, "We don't give a shit what the match type is. We don't care if it's your specialty match type. We're going to take the straps tonight." Do they change hands? Yes, they do.
Damn. Ye hail.
Ye hail. Ye hail. With a big win, rivalry grows. No, stop it.
You got the duck on that one.
The rivalry grows, and all the fans out in Moose Jaw are just going bananas. There we go. Trish Stratus. Oh, tough. I was trying to have my own advertising queen, and she flounders, losing 8 pop. That's a tough swing for Trish Stratus. She does get us almost 20 Gs, which we desperately need, but losing 8 pop, it hurts a little bit. She's still our number 1 diva, though. And now the number 1 diva in the ring, Faarooq, wants to keep her gold. Can she do it tonight in a rivalry match? This is just a normal, just one-on-one, no stipulations. Let's just duke it out. Faarooq doesn't care. She knows she's the champ. She knows that she is the face of our women's stable. She don't care about Trish. Look at that.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Rivalry grows. Look at that. No stipulation. Just
I know.
4-star, man.
I who's the Iron Man. Holy
Dude, I know. If I
mean, I guess that's good for
money.
your curve.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yes, beautiful for the curve. And speaking of people working on their curves, Triton in the ring, just I picture him. He has like the barbell, but instead of weights on the end, there's just like a couple donuts. And every time he does a rep, he just kind of like tries to get a. And it works out for him. He's got 6 ring XP right there. So not the greatest, but you know, he goes out there. He's putting some work in. He's like, you know what? I know Cheek and NXT have invested a boatload in me. So it is my duty to move my booty and try to get to that level 15. And then here it is, the Iron Man match. Iron Man for the Honky Tonk Man, the Sand Man.
A lot of man.
A lot of man.
off.
Dude, so much man is in this match. Who's coming away?
The man match.
The man match! Honky Tonk! Sing us a little tune!
Damn.
Oh, man. And he takes the belt from Sandman's drunk ass in a classic match. Oh, man. Good card overall.
Oh.
That legendary to start, though, kind of throws the curve off, I guess. But you know what? I don't care. I'll take it. We had a fun show on NXT 2.0.
And then finally, ECW, where we have zero fun, sir.
No. Make up your mind. No. Think. Since you're thinking now, go on, think. Is it fun? No, sir. No. No, sir. Absolutely not? Zero fun, sir. All right, listen.
It is the unnamed duo of Tyler Bate and Alpha taking on Los Lotharios in a tag team backstage brawl.
Ooh. All right. He's going for
This
it.
is intense. He's like, I gotta swing big. I keep forgetting to double check. I think it's 10,000 fans you automatically get by doing one of these. 3.5 stars.
Ooh.
I don't think this was who these guys had been. They had been feuding with the AOP, but the legit AOP without Pat is in the main event. So Armando kind of panicking a little bit there. 3.5 stars due to no rivalry, but they will get a fan bonus. And then Trick Williams says, please, for the love of God, don't let me just call a guy out for 9 weeks and then never get my title match, please. And the fans were kind of supportive of that. They want to see Trick Williams fighting. So maybe at the PLE, Trick Williams will take on Razor. But for now, the rivalry goes to level 4. Scarlett and Natalya, they both won matches last week. So now they're in the ring against each other, and the opponents they beat are in the ring later tonight. Scarlett and Natalya, though, are going to look to kick things off here. And Natalya going to get a 2-star victory. No feud there. And then Pat McAfee comes out to the ring and says, tonight, I've chosen to let Akam and Razor. I guess you got to put an O in his name now because he's got to be the O because Akam's the A and Pat's the P.
Not true.
But Razor doesn't sound. I'll figure. I mean, or do you call it like Orazar? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Let us know in the comments, but you have to spell it out phonetically. You can't. Don't just type Razor with an O in front of it like that's telling us how to pronounce it. You got to phonetically tell us. But I feel like you got to put an O in front of Razor now. But Pat says, I'm taking tonight off because I want Akam and Orazar to get the tag titles tonight over A-Town Down Under. And then Wendy Chu, Nikita Lyons. Wendy Chu won the first battle between these two. Then Nikita won it last week. And in the rubber match, Wendy Chu this time puts Nikita to sleep. See what because she's taking naps and stuff. But it was intense. The referee did have to step in and calm things down after the match because Wendy Chu started to fill a pillowcase with bars of soap, and she was going to beat the shit out of Nikita Lyons. But the referee stepped in and stopped it just in time. Wendy gets 3-star victory, rivalry, level 3. And then Bianca Belair still without an opponent due to Trish's sneaky departure. But tonight, she says, last time I wanted the fans for me. This night, I want the fans for ECW because Armando kind of panicked and didn't actually book the feud. So I want to save the company. And 2,000 people stand with Bianca. Then Indy Hartwell, Jade Cargill. These two ladies lost their respective matches last week. So someone's got to win here. And to Corza's pleasure, Indy Hartwell going to get the 1.5-star victory. But no rivalry for either of the women's matches that did not already have an established rivalry. So tough break there. And then Josh Briggs last week made fun of Angel and said those aren't even real scars. The real scars are the ones I'm going to give you. And he said that, you know what, I was supposed to fight Angel tonight, but the network was afraid that what I would do to him would get him kicked off the air. And the crowd, the ECW, ECW, dude, they're eating that up. They're like, hell yeah, high levels of violence. So that gets to level 4. And then it's tornado tag action. It's Austin Theory, Grace Waller, A-Town Down Under taking on Akam and Orazar of the AOP. Can the AOP get done? Can Orazar beat 2 belts tonight? He can.
Who Beltors are?
Pat knew what had to be done. Yeah, Orizar 2 belts. I think that's how that flows off better. Still, if you already put something in the comments, if you didn't phonetically spell it how I'm saying Orizar, just edit your comment. And I promise not to reply and go, oh, I see you edited your comment. I'm just going to be like, wow, this unedited comment's really good. We will say Orizar. Akam and Orizar, your new ECW Tag Team Champions in that Tornado Tag match, and Pat McAfee is tickled pink. For the rundowns here for the go-home shows for WCW, we kick it off last man standing match. Faarooq takes down Charlie Dempsey, 4.5 stars. Rivalry closes. And then after seeing the debut of Bobby the Barber Marquis and the Canadian Clippler, Nick Clipper, Bobby Marquis. Okay, so that I was like, I thought that would be a hit with Canada when I said it. There was no reaction. I'm like, maybe he's going and taking a shit right now or something. He actually did have to poop earlier.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, that makes my heart feel a little bit warm. I was like, the people hopefully love snips and clips, but I was like, damn, the Canadian Clipper layer didn't get him at all.
That joke didn't hit Moose Jaw.
No, it didn't hit Moose Jaw.
Oh, man.
Apparently Moose Jaw hit with Cheek. He loved it.
Yeah, he loved
Moose Jaw.
That was the other one, too. When Cheek made the first Moose Jaw comment, I'm like, damn, I cannot believe that didn't get Canada. That was a good callback.
It was. No,
But
I
now we
think
know.
I think I was saying something, or he was. I can't remember.
An important dynamic for Cheek and I is we are motivated by the giggles of Canada. So, like, it kind of hurts once in a while when we have material for him and he doesn't react. But now we know if that ever happens, he's just taking a shit. It's not that
No,
sometimes I'm muted too, just because I don't want to giggle the whole damn episode. Just me giggling in the background.
That could be what gets us to gets people to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh.
It's clearly not me talking and speaking good sentences. 3 stars as the Kabuki Warriors take down the Meta 2. Their rivalry goes up to level 3. Kabuki Warriors hang on to the titles. Also, Tommaso Ciampa interfered in this match and went at the knees of Kevin Nash there, so that rivalry did go level 2. Motor City Machine Guns keep their winning streak rolling over the New Day. 3 stars on the match, level 3 on that feud. And then the main event gauntlet, Tamina runs all the way through, hitting that really cool announcer table spot. Such a magical moment. Both rivalries complete. Tamina gets the championship back. 5 stars there. And then on the tag team call out, Fraxium go to Home Depot and set up the TLC match with the NWO for King and Queen of the Ring. On NXT 2.0, 5 stars in their opener. Tables action. The Wyatt 6 get the gold back from the Usos, closing a tag feud with a legendary finale. Falls count anywhere. 4.5 stars here. Rey Mysterio taking down Gunther in that match as their rivalry comes to a close. Hell in a Cell, ye hail. Gets done in Hail in a Sale. You could, damn.
No.
I didn't know.
Leave it to me. All right.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know how hard it was gonna hail. But 4 stars on the match. They get the tag titles, and the rivalry goes up to level 2. Then Faarooq, 4 stars, hangs on to the NXT Women's Championship over Blair Davenport. Rivalry up to a level 3, and in the Iron Man match, the Honky Tonk Man beats the Sandman. He outmans him for a 4.5 star win. Their rivalry up level 3. And on the call-outs, Batista fails, but Braun Breaker saves the day. They are level 4 ahead of the PLE. For Raw, Drew McIntyre Claymore's out of Brooks Jensen after he comes from the future. 3.5 stars on the match, level 3. On the rivalry, Extreme Rules action, 2.5 stars. Nikki gets the victory over Lullaby. Steel Cage action, Sami Zayn uses sneaky creativity to distract the ever-concerned Dr. Punching Stone and then escape the cage, Sneaky Boy style. 4 stars on the match as they close the rivalry. 3.5 stars as the rivalry goes here. Ron the Truth Killings gets the win over Karrion Kross. In the main event, 5 stars, legendary tables action here. Becky Lynch puts Charlotte Flair through the table. Their rivalry up to level 2. Becky hanging on to the gold. And then finally, for ECW, the unnamed duo of Tyler Bate and Alpha take down Los Lotharios. 3.5 stars in that backstage brawl. Natalya defeats Scarlett in a 2-star match. Wendy Chu, 3 stars over Nikita Lyons. Their rivalry up to level 3. Indy Hartwell, 1.5 stars over Jade Cargill. And in the main event, Akam and Orizar get the victory over Austin Theory and Grayson Waller to take the ECW tag team titles. On the call side of things, Trick Williams calls out Orizar. They go to level 4, and then Josh Briggs sends his feud with Angel to level 4 as well. For our little rundown here, 112 for Canada. He's going to get 56,000 fans, $46,000.
Maybe the lowest that everyone that watched.
WCW going to get a 125, $67,000.
How does he do it?
67,000 fans, $39,000.
Oh, God.
And I'm happy about that, too, because I didn't know if doing the little running thing would hurt me, but it appears we did well. And then Cheek, a 134. This is going to be massive. Oh, yeah, and the fan bonus on top of it. So a massive performance by Cheek here. 106,000 fans. I forgot you had used that was Network Special you popped for this week.
Let's go.
And then 6,300, not as much on the, but it's still profit. It still gains money, but obviously Cheek heavily invested in a strong show, and it paid off in a big way on the fan count. And then for ECWA 107 rating score, they're going to get 56,000 fans, and they're going to lose $20,000.
He's still rich.
Yeah,
I know.
Rich piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit.
Yeah. And Greedy Fingers gets tag team confirmation for Los Lotharios. They get their tag team chemistry. Canada for the... Oh, that was the commissioner goal. Sorry. I was like, wait, what? Was that the card you got for your super challenge? Luckily not. Your commissioner goal gets you scouted. And then
there it is.
The power card play is going to get a little bit of advertising to drop those advertising logistics. On my side for the commissioner goal this week, we get a Get Schooled 3 for that run-in on Kevin Nash. For for Hell in a Cell, he's going to get it to the moon coming his way. And for Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I always forget what that one is, but Cheek going to grab a contract negotiation too, and he was just talking about how useful those contract negotiations are. Snags up another one randomly, so you
stay blessed.
Take that in a hurry. And these are the standings, getting ready for King and Queen of the Ring. So I have a 36,000 fan lead on Armando. Armando is up 31,000 fans on Cheek, who jumped into third place with a massive go-home show there. And then Canada is 29,000 fans behind Cheek. And there it is, King and Queen of the Ring. I will get my emails first. Tamina thanks me for the rematch, and your new champion once again, her and Io Sky. I think I've literally traded the title every single show so far in season 2, back and forth, but she gets the rematch. Her morale is great, her stamina is not, but she won't be needed tonight. So Charlie Dempsey, very fair to feel this way. He has lost, I think, all 4 weeks. We've had him and Faarooq fight, and he has lost all 4 times. So we'll probably try to do a fixed match card or have him against the Barber or the Canadian Clippler to see if that can get him a victory after the PLE. We won't do that here. I thought about maybe giving him a big shot in the cross-branded match, but I don't want to risk him losing that next match and having him storm out or demand $100,000 that I most certainly will not have after this show. But that show you're going to have to see next time on CodyVerse MyGM, because you got to be subscribed. Make sure you're seeing them. Make sure you're in those premieres hanging out. You never know when we're going to drop some memberships. If you get a membership to the channel or you choose to pay $4.99 for membership, you can get early access to these videos. You get special videos that are just for you, like our watch along. This would come out after that video. So we watched Money in the Bank 2011. You can watch it with us as a member. But for this episode, as we come to a close on my side,
I didn't mean to leave. I didn't mean to leave.
Wow.
I didn't mean to leave.
Wow.
I hit the button with my controller, dude.
Wow.
Anyways.
Known leaver Canada. But on my side here, feeling pretty solid here. So we were curious in season 2. None of us knew what the AI was going to do. Obviously a major force in season 1. But, you know, we've talked about it. A lot of our stuff for season 1, we were kind of messing around with lower level stars. This season, we're still messing around with some lower level stars, having our fun. But we now kind of have the financials and the ability to get some more high level guys. I think here early on in season 2, we're seeing that has been a difference maker. Armando starting to slip up. It's not that the shows are awful, but they're not as strong as they were, and we have the ability and the firepower to have better shows on our side. So I've been able to stretch the lead. I know that, first place is always going to be sort of a natural target for power cards. So just trying to build as much as I can, because I know on my side, things will start to slow down. I also know I'm not going to have a lot of money after this PLE. I've got to be mindful of what I'm spending on here. Going into this PLE, my plan is the TLC match with Fraxium against the NWO. We've got a power card for that. That would be $24,000. So I'll have enough to pay Canada, but we might, for our promo this show, I was thinking do a self promo or a training to continue towards that goal, but we might do advertising just to try to buy me a little bit extra. We'll have to see. No idea who I want for the cross-branded matches, but overall, WCW feeling really solid right now. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going. I'm going to go to Canada next because I know he's trying to leave and get out of here. He's got a road trip to Moose Jaw today, so he doesn't have much time to waste. But Canada, how are you feeling with your roster? How are you feeling with your build and the upcoming King and Queen of the Ring?
Yeah, I made some decisions at the Go Home show. I didn't pop my network specialist or the promo one with the fan promo thingy. I didn't pop either of those. That could have got me a fan boosty bonus. It is only the first pay-per-view. I kind of want to take things a little bit slower. Cheek, he's got those, what are they called? Mortals. They got the level 25s under his belt. That's clearly, making his shows rate a lot better than Raw over here. So I don't have those godlikes and those cheat codes. So I'm going to have to play it a little bit slower. But like you said earlier, you are in first place and I got power cards. Or do I hit Cheek and climb back into third place?
Whoa.
Or maybe hit Armando, who's rich as shit and deserves to be taken down a peg. I don't know. Stay tuned and figure out who I hit, because I have lots of firepower under my belt. That's why I chose Raw, just to have that firepower, because for these moments where I'm in last place and I need to dig back out, well, that's what the fire is for, baby. So we basically in our mind have 300,000 coming out of this pay-per-view, with the 100,000 from you coming our way. So I'm pumped to see what I can do leading up to Mania. But again, we're not even halfway through this series, so I'm still feeling pretty good.
Oh yeah, and Cheek, on your side, talking about the power card depth Canada has. You came into this season with power card depth on your side, and you didn't even unleash everything, but you started that process. And like Canada referenced there, a lot of high ring XP has come to your roster, a lot of legends. You're still building people up as well at the same time. And really that go home show was a big culmination. You made a very heavy financial investment in that show, but it pays off in a huge, huge way. By far the most fans anyone grabbed on the go home show. And you're bringing a pretty strong match into the PLE as well.
That's right. I was just trying to make some noise for the boys in Moonjaw. I told everyone,
Damn it.
dude, I'm telling you, we're trying to win this season, Winnipeg this season. And I found myself in some newfound land by getting into third place. And so
I like that one, actually. I'm into this. Keep going.
I can't.
That's
out.
every place we know in Canada. Sorry, we used them all.
But no, I mean, this was just a slow process for me. I didn't play a lot of the cards in season 1, but now that I have some better wrestlers on the roster, my quality's going up. So that's really all it is. I got a couple other things up my sleeve, but I'm just looking forward to having the best PLE I can. I'm happy that Braun Break and Batista's level 4. So best foot forward, and all we can do is just try to keep climbing from here. So that's what we're going to do. Next up is to overtake Armando's bitch ass, and my eyes are set on those luscious cheeks of Cody.
Oh, okay. I was like, Armando might have good cheeks. I can see that.
No.
It's my cheeks that are in trouble.
Yeah, I had to get out of Triton's cheeks and get my eyes set on yours.
Yeah, no, that's a long journey to escape those depths. But you've made it. You've come out the other side, and you're looking stronger. And you, too, as a viewer, can look stronger if you are subscribed to the channel. So we just hit 3,500 recently. I think at the start of the week as we're recording this. So super awesome to see. We want to keep growing this thing throughout. Again, we referenced it a few times, but also make sure you're taking a look at all the content we've got here as well. We're trying to do some stuff outside of GM mode to try to give this channel a wider scope to help us grow this thing even more. Because if it keeps growing, you guys just get more videos. You get to hang out with us more often. So make sure if you ever see CodyVerse pop up, whatever it is, if you can give it that love, give it that same share, give it that same like, it does a lot for us. But you've got a lot of good stuff coming up. We've got our Backlash Universe Mode pay-per-view coming up. We've got the King and Queen of the Ring PLE coming up here on MyGM. And we've always got the potential for a few surprises. We've been uploading more shorts recently. Check us out on TikTok. That link is in the description as well if you haven't. Look, it's a good time to be part of the CodyVerse. If you're not part of it, you still got time to get on the bandwagon while the getting's good. But until whatever your next video is, we can't wait to see you. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Especially those in Moose Jaw. Toodles.